Hi everyone, this is Matteo from Codeable. Today we are here with Nathan Reimnitz. He will share with us his experience as a freelancer, giving us his perspective and insight on this business path that many of us have chosen. He will also share his direct experience as Codeable expert, letting us know how this experience changed his life as a freelancer. So, hey Nathan, thank you for joining us today in this new episode of Changing Lives.
Hi, yes, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here and participate in this segment.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it. So I'm really excited to know more about you and your story. So why don't you start by saying which part of the world are you right now, where are you from, and most importantly, how long have you been a freelancer?
Okay, yeah, I'm located in the United States. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, so it's in the Southwest U.S. I was born and raised up in a small town in Minnesota on the northern end of our
Oh,
country, where there's brutal winters, very cold there. So
yeah,
I
I
moved.
heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah, I moved south to get away from the snow, and it's great here.
Uh-huh.
So I've been a freelancer off and on for the last 8 years, or maybe just a little bit more than that. What I mean by off and on is I've also had some, real jobs, as my parents call them.
Yeah, yeah, the
Building.
nine to five jobs, like.
Yeah, yeah, building websites from the desk, 9 to 5. Yep.
Okay, so you've been a freelancer for quite some time. Would you mind telling us what do you like about freelancing?
Yeah, the top of my list would be the freedom with my time. So
Sure.
with that real job, the 9 to 5, you might have that lunch break to try to run your quick errand and have to scramble to get it in.
Yeah, sure. So
But
true.
being a
Yeah.
freelancer, you can manage your time however you like. So, if I need to go, get my hair cut in the morning or whatever it is, go pick up some milk from the store, I can just go do that and then I can come back and continue my work. So I'm not stuck, at that desk from 9 to 5. And I can work late into the night if I want. I can work very early in the morning. So really the freedom with my time is invaluable to me.
Okay, so yeah, cool. So pretty understandable. So even if it's just right at the beginning of this talk, I'm gonna ask you like $1 million question. Are you ready?
Okay, bring on.
Okay, so what do you think it takes to be a good freelancer? I mean, does anybody can be one? On top of my head, let me just explain this a little bit more. On top of my head, I think dealing with clients is a natural for many, right? So tell us about it. What does it take to be a good freelancer?
Sure. Yeah, you gotta be outgoing. I mean, communication is key. You're right. So if you don't have strong communication skills, it's going to be difficult for you, to manage the expectations and manage the clients along the way. I think the cornerstone, to being a good freelancer is that communication, and it starts up front. Like I said, setting those expectations with the client and then managing them throughout the process. Telling them what you're doing, why you're doing it, and also being able to do that in just plain English and not having to use super technical language that they don't understand, right?
Yes,
Trying to relate your progress to maybe a real world experience or your strategy to
yes,
something they can really understand, instead of maybe some concepts that are more technical that they just can't grasp.
yes, yes.
So yeah,
Because
communication is key.
it's key. Yes, because I figure that as a freelancer, you often is face with clients that are not like techie. So yeah,
Yeah,
plain
yeah,
English is like super powerful. You know.
absolutely.
Yeah. And okay, let me ask you this thing. What made you look for something new in your freelancing life, like Codeable? I mean, was there a specific reason, like you didn't like your previous jobs, you felt in a way unfulfilled, or what else?
Sure. Yeah, when I when I found Codeable, I had one of these, real jobs that that we talked about, and I found a post on a website called Reddit, uh,
Okay.
pretty popular one. A lot of people have heard of that.
Yes. Yes.
And there was a story, and it was talking about Codeable, as an entity and the success and the growth that Codeable has been experiencing, and then a few, successes of the freelancers or the experts here.
Uh-huh.
And I thought that, that sounded just like my story, but it didn't include me. So I wanted to get involved, and so immediately I reached out and applied. And a few weeks later, I had an interview with Per, the CEO,
Yes.
and he brought me on board and gave me a chance. I've been running with it ever since.
Okay, so cool. So how long have you been a Codeable expert?
Just over 2 months now. So
Uh-huh.
2 months in a few days. So I'm still pretty new here. I mean, this has gone better than my wildest dreams.
Whoa,
I
that's powerful.
yeah, it really is. And so when I got involved, I thought, hey, maybe this is just going to be another kind of side income stream. Maybe I'll pay for my gas to go to work, or for a night out or something. And
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I was thinking. And it quickly it went so quick that just the income that started coming in from Codeable, all the clients. I mean, this platform has really unlimited clients. I mean, you can do as much work or as little work as you like,
Mhm.
and it's pretty easy to get that work. So minimal effort and a great return from
Wow.
the expert's perspective, or from my perspective.
Yes, of course.
So I'm glad to be here, and then I'm not pursuing any other platforms. I mean, this is the one.
Whoa, that's powerful stuff you're sharing with us today. That's thank you, and we are happy to have you on board, of course. And
Thanks.
let me ask you this also: if you look at your past freelancing life and then you fast forward it to today, how things have changed for you? Are they any different?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like I was just saying, this platform makes my life easy. So, as a freelancer, without Codeable, you wear a lot of hats. You might be the billing guy, the accounts receivable guy. You're every part, of your organization. Call it. I mean, you're the one man team. And on Codeable, you can still be that one man team, but you've got systems in place, to handle that billing, to handle, the accounts receivable, the pieces that I was just talking about. And we also have a great support system here. If something doesn't go perfectly well, so we can get some team members, from Codeable involved, and help explain a situation, or help mediate a dispute if something got that far. So Codable's great. I wish I would have found you guys years ago.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I like I said before, this is the exclusive platform that I'm working with, and I know this is sounding like a little bit of kind of self promotion for you guys, but it's truly how I feel. I mean, this is a brilliant thing that you guys have put together, and I hope that many more WordPress experts find out about this, and become
Yeah, we hope
actively
too,
involved.
and also we really appreciate your thought on this. And would you mind sharing how many clients did you help out? How many projects you worked on and completed?
Sure. Yeah, I've worked with. Well, let's see. The projects first. I've completed 100 and change. I don't know, maybe 120,
Okay.
125 tasks
Yeah, those are
so far.
interesting
Uh,
numbers. So
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. It's it's been going very quick, um, but that's not all unique or individual clients, right? So Codeable gets a lot of return business. These
Uh-huh.
clients that do 2, 3, 10 tasks with you after the first one goes well. And my account is no exception. I've got those repeat clients as well. So I would say maybe 70 unique clients
Okay.
at this point that I've helped, and it's gone very well. I maintain a 5-star average rating on the site, so I'm producing quality work for these clients, and that's why they're coming back.
And would you mind sharing us which kind of project did you work on? Like, I figured that maybe I imagine that maybe there are some smaller tasks or even like bigger and huger project.
Yeah, yeah. The projects here run the full spectrum. Anything that might be an hour or even slightly less than an hour, all the way up to multi-week, full development projects A to Z. And I've worked on everything in between here. So my strategy when I first got involved on Codeable, clients can see your ratings and your reviews, kind of your
Yes.
street cred, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And when I became involved, I had none. I had no street cred.
Yeah. You were
So,
the new in town. Yeah.
yeah. So how do I convince you as a client to pay me to do some work for you when I can't show you any reputation here besides hey, here's the link to my personal portfolio and some other sites I've done.
Yes.
So my strategy was, hey, let's estimate on every single project that I possibly can complete, and many of those were just the short 1 hour, 2 hour projects, some little CSS tweaks, changes logo, changes menu, whatever, small tasks.
Okay.
And so I started getting those tasks and completing, many of those in a day, just to start seeing those, ratings and reviews come in. And as those, ratings and reviews went up, I was able to start estimating on larger tasks and start, closing that business as well. People would actually start paying attention to me or engaging in that conversation now that I had that cred.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Makes sense. Yes.
fast forward till now, and there's 100 or 100 plus ratings, the 5-star reviews. I've got clients that have said wonderful things about the work,
Whoa.
and that's allowed me to take on some very large projects. Over the weekend, I picked up a site or a project for a guy that's got a handful of sites, and those are
cool.
5,000 a pop times 4 sites to start with. So when I first got involved, day one, that's not a project that I would have been able to take on. That guy just wouldn't have taken me seriously.
Yes.
But now, after those ratings
yes,
and reviews, I was able to close that business. So I'm excited about it.
Good for you. Yo.
Thank you.
So I guess you must be super happy about this new freelancing life, right?
Oh yes, thrilled about it. I mean, I tell anybody that'll lend me their ear for 30 seconds about you guys. I'm stoked to be here. I'm super proud to be part of the team.
Whoa, cool. Thanks.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay, I have my last question. I would like to know, this is something like, just for, because we have this talk. I know some other experts like you, after working with us for some time, have been able to, let's say, buy a motorcycle, put down a deposit for a new home, book a cool trip to far away exotic lands. How about you? Did you do anything like that? Are you planning to do anything like this?
Yeah, so I have not done that yet.
Yet, I like the yet
exactly.
word.
Yes,
Yeah.
I certainly love to. So I made some of those mistakes before in the past. When I was 18, I had a successful real estate syndication website that I built, and it started printing some money, and I spent that on a little sports car, entry level Porsche. And
Whoa.
so I'm trying not to make the same mistake twice, right? So this time around, kind of hitting the reset button with Codeable. I've been able to tuck some of that money away. I've put 50% of it in the savings account that I haven't touched. I just pretend it doesn't exist. For one of those days when I just have to have that
for future times,
that house or whatever. But I have been able to do a few exciting things with the other 50%. And one, a few weeks into, I suppose it was probably a month in, to working with Codeable. I work on a Mac, and my personal MacBook Pro was getting pretty old, and it finally crashed on me.
Whoa, that's a bummer.
It's devastating when that happens, right? That's your baby. You spend your time in front of that computer all day, and so when that went down, it was devastating. But having that income from Codeable, I was able to just walk down to the Apple Store and pick the new one off the shelf.
Whoa,
cool. That's what we're talking on right now. I was able to get a new 15-inch MacBook Pro and get back to work. So
so
being able to save some of that money, I guess, helped me.
Help me get
cool.
that going. Yeah, cool. Well, I think
that's my big purchase so far.
Well, thank you, Nat. I think that's enough for today. It was super interesting hearing your story, Nathan. Thank you for sharing it with us. And once again, I would like to thank you very much for spending time with us. And I wish you a great day and talk to you soon, okay? Cheers.
Yes, thank you. You too. And I'm pretty excited that you guys, called this Changing Lives, Matteo, because that's exactly what you're doing here. And you guys have changed mine. And I hope someone hears this story and you can change theirs as well.
Wow, I'm about to cry. So thank you again, Nate.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye. Codeable's great. I wish I would have found you guys years ago.
Whoa.